Today, we're taking a look at wildcards within SQL through 8 different examples. These are going to both impact strings like varchar or also dates, allowing you to add in a ton more flexibility to how you're going to filter them out in your result table. I'm going to jump on my computer and let's start going through some of these examples. So the table that we're using for the majority of this tutorial is Free Agents 2024. That is down below. I only put 7 names in here, but these are potential free agents in the future. So you've everyone from like Pete Alonso down to Walker Buehler. Some of the bigger names. If you guys are baseball fans, you might recognize them. Regardless, I think it's a good way to practice with these. And we're going to start off with this first one over here. So we're going to be taking a look at free agents with a name that starts with the letter A. So how we can do this, and I'm just going to copy over this select star, and also we should comment that out above. So that is commented out. So what I want to do is have our where clause, and then what I'm going to say is where player name, and for the wildcard we have to put like, which is way different than equal sign that you guys might be used to, and then in single quotes we're going to put over here A, and then we're going to put a percentage sign. So specifically what this does, A looks at the first letter in this player name, and then the percentage sign says it doesn't matter what else is after that A. All we care about is something that starts with A. So if you look over here in this player name column, the only one that really should be showing up is Anthony Rizzo and also Alex Bregman. Nothing else is going to start with A. So if we run this statement, you can see that we have 2 results, which is perfect. That means it is working properly. Now we can do the same thing with the percentage sign and take a look at the last character. So if we go back over here and we copy this back, and we can comment this one out above, we're going to be taking a look at free agents with the name that ends with the letter O. So if we go back over here, there's a few that end with O. We have Pete Alonso, Anthony Rizzo. So 2. So all we have to do on this one is first change this to an O, and we're going to delete that percentage sign. Instead, we're going to have a percentage sign up front because we don't care what shows all the way up here. We just care that this last part, this varchar, is an O. And then if we just run that, you can see Pete Alonso and Anthony Rizzo both show up, which is fantastic. That is also working. Comment this out. And we're going to work on number 3. So now we need to look for free agent's name that has the letter B in it. So if you look at the first 2 examples, A is the first letter, right? O is the last letter, but this time we just want to have the letter B. Well, we can do that by having a percentage sign on both sides. So that means we're looking through this entire varchar just for the letter B. And then we just change this out over here. So the expected results, right? So Pete Alonso, no B. Anthony Rizzo, no B. Jose Altuve, no B. Alex Bregman, he should show up. Eloy Jimenez, no B. Shane Bieber has a B. And also Walker Buehler. So we should have those 3. So then all you have to do is select the statement. And you can see that the 3 show up. Again, percentage sign in the front, percentage sign at the end. We're just looking for a B anywhere in the name. Here's where it starts getting a little bit complicated. So with this 4th example, once I comment this one out over here, we're going to be taking a look at the 3rd letter in the name that starts with T. So if you just put this over here, what we want to look for exactly is you can see like Pete Alonso, P-E, and it has a T. So we would want to show Pete Alonso, Anthony Rizzo, A-N-T. So we'd want to show Anthony Rizzo, Jose, no, Alex, no, Eloy, no, Shane, no, Walker, no. So how we can do that this time is with underscores. So specifically, if we put underscore right here and an underscore, it's taking a look at these first 2 parts of the varchar, and it does not matter what it specifically is. Next, we need to put a T in here. So that tells us we're only looking at this 3rd part. And we need to put a percentage sign at the very end. So that way we don't care about the rest of it. So it's a little bit different. These underscores pretty much tell a specific spot rather than just a blank percentage, which shows anywhere in the name. So if we run this over here, you can see Pete Alonso shows up and Anthony Rizzo. Now, just to show you this works specifically, let's say we only have one underscore and we want to only show Pete Alonso. So let's make this an E on here. And if we run that, Pete Alonso only shows up. But if we had the percentage signs on both, we'd have all of these players show up. So the underscores can get you a specific part of this player name. And I'm just going to go back and change this to where it should be. So underscore underscore T. And then I am going to comment this out and we're going to move on to that next example. So example 5, we're going to be looking at a name that starts with the letter A through E. So if we go back over here, let's see who starts with A through E. Rizzo, Bregman, and Eloy Jimenez. So we need to have those 3 results. Now you might think, okay, we can just say player name like A, B, C, D, E. And could that work? Absolutely, right? You're going to get the results. But there is a much more efficient way. All you have to do is have brackets like this. And since it's A through E, all you have to do is like this, A through E, and then have a percentage at the very end. And then you can see Anthony Rizzo, Alex Bregman, and Eloy Jimenez. So this tells us we're looking through anything B, C, D, or E. So like if I made this F at the end, just to show you guys this specifically works instead of just A and E, right? Same exact results. But if I went over here and changed F to D, Eloy is no longer going to be there. And you can see Eloy is off. So that saves you from writing multiple wildcard statements with this like for each specific letter. And if we take a look at example number 6, we're going to be looking at a name that starts with the letter A or W. So again, like you could just make 2 statements under here, player name like, and then you can do A, and then you can do the same thing, right? Or, and you can do this, right? And just like that, and you're going to get the results, right? So Anthony Rizzo, Alex Bregman, and Walker Buehler. But we can also kind of do the same format above over here. So I'm going to delete that. And instead, we're going to just have a W all together. And then you can see the same exact results. So when you have this, it's a range, A through E. When you have them together, it's a specific letter that shows up in the beginning. So we wanted to change this out and say we just wanted to show J or E, right? Same exact thing. So we could just put E and J. And you can see Jose Altuve and also Eloy Jimenez. So it's another one. In our last example, we're going to look at name that does not start with E or J. So kind of like the opposite. And there's 2 different ways that you could do this. I'm just going to copy this like that. The first way that you could do is not like, which is the opposite of like. Also should comment this out. So what this will show is the opposite of stuff, right? So does not start with E or J. So if we put over here E and J, and then we run this, it's going to show everyone else, which is really cool. But the other way that we could do it, and instead of not like, we can remove this not portion. You can put this caret over here, like this, and you can see the same exact results. Now, personally, I would rather just write not like, but this is also a little bit more efficient if you're just typing this out of running your queries. But I just like seeing it not like. Either way, 2 different ways that you could kind of filter out if you didn't want to have something that starts with E or J. Now, one other thing you should know about wildcards is this also impacts dates. So I just have a table over here called random dates, and you guys can see how this works out. So 7 dates as well, ranging from 23 down to 2021. So you can just do something like over here where dates like, and let's say you just wanted to have 2023 results. So you can put 2023 here. And you can see only 2023 shows up, which is kind of cool. Let's say you just wanted to have stuff that showed in January. It didn't matter the specific year. So like before, right? We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we're going to put 0, 1, and then put the percentage sign here at the end. And you can see 2023, 0, 1, and also there. Again, if you wanted to filter even by days, you're going to have 3 more underscores. So 1, 2, 3, and you can put 0, 1 again. And you're going to have those days show up specifically like that. So everything that we did above over here, we can pretty much apply to the dates side of things. So just kind of adding a little bit more functionality to your SQL knowledge on that side of things. Hope you learned something new in this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, as it does help out the YouTube channel. By the way, you should check out this video right over here where I go over 12 different string functions in SQL.